heard my cousin, who's a Broadway performer, Ephraim Channel, shout out to him. He always said that you don't have a plan B because your plan B is going to set you up to fail on plan A. So there was never a plan B. So when you said that, that echoed so much with me. I know right now we're dealing with a pandemic. You're seeing so many creative ways people are communicating. Like we have this podcast moment, and many people are doing Zoom productions. Theater is evolving, and we've definitely touched on with this pandemic a new way of producing and creating. How have you adapted to this pandemic?
That's the perfect word. It's like one of my favorite. Being an actor, I pull lines from movies, and one of my favorite movies is Moneyball, from Aaron Sorkin, and one of my favorite lines that Brad Pitt says, "Adapt or die." It's that, there is to me no other choice that we have as creatives, especially creatives of color, while we're all quarantined. Yes, there's a movement. You can go out, you can go to work with your mask, and you make sure you're social distancing. Yes, continue to wash your hands. But while most of us are working from home, homeschooling, or whatever the case may be with your life, and if you call yourself choosing within consciousness, working from a conscious perspective to say, this is what I am, and you claim yourself as an artist, if you're not creating, there's something seriously wrong. So to be able to find that in the beginning, it was a little daunting. It was a little like, oh my gosh, what's happening? I did have to get my bearings. I didn't quite know. I was kind of idle at first, but then I was able to get some traction and get some structure and get some, let me create a roadmap here. Let me create some actual things to do list. And of course, but I'm not doing it by myself. I am with some amazing women, and again, Black Girl Magic Creative Series Group, who were in the process. We're about to launch filming our web series, Zoom Chronicles. And we're a group of 8 women. We're Black women. We're women of a certain age. And, the mindset has definitely shifted, because if you are like I am, like you said, you were talking about college, and I was a dance minor at Prairie View. Then I switched over to be an English minor, but what's really going on with that? You know what I mean? But so I'm putting most of my interest into and my energies into performing. So I'm trained in this idea, especially in educational, higher learning, and of course I'm all for education and educational theater programs, but we do get conditioned and trained to believe that this is the road that you're supposed to take. You go to class, you get your diploma, you get your degree, you hit the pavement, right. And you do this and you do that, but a lot of that this and that is auditioning, going into these rooms to these casting directors, asking for permission for you to decide the fate of my life. Right. And that was what I did for a long time. Right. This pandemic has shifted that. It's like Brick from, Streetcar. And I just got the click in my head. Like, you would think I would have known this by now, that in the end of the day, what's really going to drive this and it takes a pandemic, a global pandemic, for me to wake up and say that you're going to have to not continue. You have to stop that waiting to be invited to the party.
That's right. That's right.